upside down. Don't be blue, we're here for you. It's about that candy, swear. The Tickle Mites, yeah. 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 The Tickle Mites, Tickle Mites, 1, 2, 3. The Tickle Mites are here to make you happy. Don't be sad, don't be blue. The Tickle Mites, candy here for you. The Tickle Mites everywhere. Sing that jingle if you dare. You won't be down, you won't be gloom. Wanna be rude, there ain't no room. The Tickle Mites, yeah. 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 The Tickle Mites, yeah.
Hello. It's your boy Rocky.
It's your boy Mello.
And welcome to the second episode of
Candy Swag, Book Reviews, and More.
And today we have our little cousin reading, Miss Stephanie, which is our second guest of Candy Swag, Book Reviews, and More. So Ari's going to be reading her book titled
The Day My Sister Gave Me the Hiccups.
So, yes. So, this book, I really like this book because it's very vibrant, very colorful,
Rhymes,
easy to read. Like Mello said, rhymes and everything.
Yeah, and everything.
And it's very, like 2 to 6 year olds, maybe.
It's
like
easy to read.
Yeah, easy to read.
Yeah.
So, alright. Miss Stephanie Blassingame is the mother of 6 amazing children and the grandmother of the best 2-year-old ever. She is happy that she has another grandbaby coming in just a few short weeks. Her inspiration for children's books come for her children and her grandchildren. Becoming a successful published author seems like it just fell into her lap. But she understands that it was all orchestrated by God. Her desire is that her books will inspire her and others to make their dreams a reality and to read. So, watch this.
Hello, guys.
Let's go.
Hey, as Rebecca said, thank you for being patient with us. We did have some technical difficulties, but we are here. We've been out in the sun so that we can wait to hopefully entertain you and introduce our books to you. And as she said, I am Stephanie Blassingame. I'm the author of The Day My Sister Gave Me the Hiccups. So I have with me here today my daughters. This is Grace. Grace, say hi. This is Riley. And this is my granddaughter, Savannah. She's going to be our special reader today. And so who I don't have with me that are actually on my team is my son, Cortez Maroney. He actually illustrated the book.
Wow.
And so you will be able to get information in the comments on how to contact me, how to purchase my book, how to contact Cortez if you're interested in his work. And then my good friend, Tammy Carpenter with the Factual Concepts. So Tammy has been the one that has inspired me and pushed me and kicked me to get this book going. So she helped with the setup of the book and the layout of the book and getting it set up for publishing. So, since we are live, and I'm a professional actress, that's why you see me dart my eyes like, what's going on around here? So we are having a fun and colorful time. And so right now, what we're going to do is we're going to get Savannah to actually read to us. So everybody gather around. She's just going to read a couple of pages out of my book. Are you ready, Savannah? You ready? She's putting up 2 fingers. She's making sure we do not go past 2. So everybody, y'all, all the kids that are here, y'all come and have a seat. And let Savannah read just a couple of pages to you. 2 pages, as Savannah says. And while Savannah's getting to her pages, I'm over here. While Savannah's getting to her pages, if you visit www.stephanieblassingame.com, you can actually see the different ways that you can purchase my book. So you can also find Stephanie the author on Facebook. That's my Facebook page. You can find me on YouTube as Stephanie Blassingame, LinkedIn as Stephanie Blassingame, on Twitter at Step Gray Blast. I'm also on Snapchat at Step Gray Blast, and I'm on TikTok now, y'all.
All right.
Yes, I'm on TikTok at Step Gray Blast. And so all the information will actually be in the comments if you didn't get all that. I probably left one of the social medias out as well. So let's hear from Savannah.
Hello, Miss Stephanie.
What y'all doing?
Good, we're doing good. So, how does it feel to be the second guest on Candy Swag Book Reviews and More?
It feels very exciting. Now, what I'm trying to do is find your gorgeous faces because I can't see you. Wait a minute.
Well, you can't?
No, and it's only because there it is. There it is. Okay, I was looking at something else. Hey, y'all.
Hello, Miss Stephanie.
Hey, don't y'all look so cute?
Yeah. So, how did you come up with the title "The Day My Sister Gave Me the Hiccups"?
Oh, wait. So, my daughters, when they were little girls, they would say some of the funniest things. All of my kids did. And you understand one day when your parents, when your kids say stuff, and you think it's really funny. So at this time, I was always writing down what I thought was funny. And so one day, my daughter comes to me and she was like, Mom, what did you do when you were younger to get rid of the hiccups? Because I have the hiccups. And so we just started talking through all the stuff that we used to do as kids, trying to scare each other and breathing in a brown paper bag and going upside down and trying to drink water upside down, just all kind of crazy stuff. And so this was Gracie, the oldest daughter. And so my youngest daughter, Riley, was like, give them to me. I want the hiccups. And I thought that was so funny. And so I just pinned a little, like a little rhyming thing and just put it in my journal based on that. So that's how I came up with that.
Well, that's very interesting how when you thought something was funny, you just wrote it down on a piece of paper. That was a book. Yes.
Right, how long have you been a fan of the Tickle Mites?
Was it 2020 or 2021? I think it was the summer of 2021.
2020? Yeah.
Was it 2020? Okay, maybe it's the summer of 2020, but it's been a long time. Tickle Mites. And so I'm so excited to have met you guys and building a relationship with you guys. It's been awesome.
Yeah. Thank you for your support. Well, thank you for your support, Miss Stephanie. We really appreciate it. We're glad and honored to have you on our podcast, Candy Swag Book Reviews and More. So, who are the characters of your book based on?
So this particular book, The Day My Sister Gave Me the Hiccups, is my daughters Grace and Riley. So they are the characters in the book. And so my son, my oldest son, he illustrated the book. So that's his version of what his sisters look like in the book.
That's very interesting. Family making a book together.
All right, when did you first meet the Tickle Mites?
Ooh, I think, did I meet you guys before our official book launch? I think I may have by meeting with your grandmother. So it was just a few months before that summer where we just all connected and gelled.
That was a cool experience live and everything. That was very cool. So, who inspired you to write, just in general?
So my inspiration comes from my children. When I started journaling, I did not start out to be an author. That was not my goal. It was just to put something in writing. And then at one point, I was like, I could just make this a book for my kids and grandkids and so on.
Yeah.
So I was like I had my son to illustrate it, and I was gonna go to Staples and just print out some of the thickest paper that they have and do a little spiral notebook and just give it to my kids.
Yeah.
And that was like my plan, my original plan. But they are definitely my inspiration for writing
Yeah.
children's books.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
like again, it's interesting how your children inspired you like to make a book. At first, you just started journaling and
just
writing
about
things
his
down,
family and stuff.
writing
Now
things.
it's a whole book.
Children are
Alright.
inspirational, and I don't think y'all realize how inspirational y'all are, but y'all inspire adults, and you think you don't have such an impact on adults, but you really do. So everybody has a
Thank you,
place and a
Stephanie.
purpose on this earth, no matter your age.
Yeah, thank you,
You're
Miss
welcome.
Stephanie.
Thank you. What motivates your vibrant energy?
What? So what's funny about that question is that I get asked that question a lot. And sometimes when adults ask me, they ask me like something's wrong with that. Like they don't have it. But my answer is always the same. It's literally the God that's in me. God is my love.
Yeah.
He is my joy. He is my peace. And I can't have that apart from him. One day I was coming out of the
Yeah.
gas station, and I think I smile and I don't even realize I'm smiling sometimes. And this guy, he was holding the door as I was walking out, and he said, "What you smiling about?" And so I'm like, "Oh, I'm smiling." So I was like, "Jesus." And then he was like, "No, it's got to be more than that." I said, "It ain't nothing more than that." And then he was like, "You're right. You're right." Yeah, that is where my energy and my joy and my peace comes from. It's God.
God Almighty.
Yep,
Yes,
that's what our
ma'am.
grandma's like too. It's just her energy is great and she's always positive and nothing negative. Her energy is just up all the
That's
time.
true.
And
Vibrant
she
energy.
got us here on this podcast right now. So
So, other than writing, like, what are your hobbies?
Ooh, so I love
Other
to
than writing.
read, and I like to have a
Yeah.
book in my hand when I read. I have tried
Yeah.
audio books, but that whenever I have to listen to it, I start getting distracted. I'm like
Yeah.
washing clothes, washing dishes, cleaning up, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I didn't even hear nothing that's been read to me. So
Our grandma doesn't
I
like
don't
those
either.
either.
I think whenever you get a good book in your hand and you can sit down and
Yes.
not be
just
distracted by doing anything else, then you can
Yeah.
retain what you're reading. And so reading is definitely one of my passions and hobbies. And I love to exercise. So I love cycling. I love riding my bike
Yeah.
and getting out,
Yeah.
and going for walks. And so those are just like two of like my favorite, things to do, two of my hobbies that I like to do.
Yeah, I feel like with reading, you have to be focused on it. You can't.
yeah, and like sometimes I get mixed up where I am, so I have to like go back and start all over.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
you just
that's,
gotta be super
I'm gonna tell you
focused.
what you need
yeah.
to do
But
too is get you a cool bookmark and get you like I have a friend who does woodworking now, and he just made these
Yeah.
wooden bookmarks where you can rest your thumb in the bookmark and hold your place in the book while you're reading. So get you a cool bookmark. Like
Yeah.
make your reading fun and cool for yourself. I even have like a little
Yeah.
clip-on lamp that I put on the top of my
Yeah.
book sometimes so I can turn off all the lights if I'm reading at night, like while I'm in the bed or something.
Yeah.
oh wow.
Like it's just focused on the
Yeah.
book.
Make
Yeah.
it cool.
That's a good idea with the bookmarks and everything.
Yeah.
The thumb
Yeah.
bookmark, and that's a good idea. And especially like the lamp on the book.
Yeah, that's great.
Okay, so tell us something about yourself that most people don't know about you.
Okay, I had to really think about this. So I want to think of some cool stuff to tell people, right? You don't want to that I got bad feet or something. Which is not true. I don't have bad feet. I just do that. But let's see. I have personally met President Barack Obama and had a brief conversation with him. And I know, right?
Wow.
This is when he was
That's
for
cool.
president, and he was on a tour, and so some people brought us to him, and I was there standing
Yeah.
with him, and so the brief conversation was, "Tell your wife, Michelle, thank you for sharing you with the world," and he said, "We would really appreciate that, and I would definitely tell her." And that was our conversation.
That's very cool. I mean,
Yes,
one day
just
we might even get to interview
Right?
him.
Yes,
Maybe.
because he wrote a
Yeah.
book. That's right. Him and
Yeah.
his wife. Yeah. So yeah, that would be, oh God, that'd be amazing. If y'all do that, y'all gotta call me back.
yeah.
Yes, but so that's something.
All right.
So,
What are your most favorite foods to eat? Like, what's your favorite food to
okay,
eat?
first of all, I'm a foodie, so I like food. And I really don't have anything that I don't like. I have certain things that I just don't eat for health purposes. But I would say
Yeah.
my favorite would be Mexican and mainly tacos. So that I know, right? I'm gonna tell y'all how I do tacos at home. You know, you had the taco shells. So I don't even buy
Yeah.
those anymore. I buy Doritos. And we take Doritos. And we take Doritos and we build our tacos on a plate and just eat them like, like a nacho type.
Yeah, like a
Yeah.
nacho Dorito taco.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
should try that.
Me too. That sounds
That
good.
sounds good.
Yes, Doritos. And so that's what we do when we make our.
Yeah.
So y'all are thinking like, put Doritos on the shopping list, the grocery list.
So, Miss Stephanie, what can we expect next from you?
Ooh, so I have written another book, and it's called God Knows My Name, and it's already been published, and it's based on my daughter Riley. She was singing that one day. I was asleep. And I woke up and I heard her just screaming it in the hallways. God knows my name. And so God just dropped in my spirit, how to pen that. And so I got up and I wrote it down. And again, my son illustrated it. And so I haven't promoted it because I have a plan around that, but it's still available. And I'm also working on a book called The Broken Crayon. And it's about bullying. But God Knows My Name is a book that leads kids to salvation.
Oh wow, that is a good idea for a book. And same, that's the same thing with our grandma. She takes something, and she just writes it down.
Yeah, she just sleeps, and then in the middle of the night she wakes up and starts writing like Bounty the Lollipop. That's how she came up with that.
Yeah, and that's what I believe you guys have in common is you take something and then you just
write it down, and it becomes
so we are book authors, but I don't know if that was her goal to set out to do, but it wasn't mine. But hearing from God, the scriptures say that he has a plan for our lives in Jeremiah 29:11. And so this is part of his plan. For me, for sure, and I know definitely for your grandmother. But because I'm like, I'm not an author. I just journal, what my kids say. And God had planned that I'm going to be an author, and it took me a minute to kind of let that sink in that I'm actually an author. I was going to the post office and I was shipping my books like almost every day when it first came out. And the lady in the post office who was always helping me, she said, "Did you write these books?" And I was like, "Yeah, I wrote them." And she said, "So you're an author?" And when she said it, it's like when it hit me, and I said, "Yeah, I am an author." So now I'm owning that. I'm walking in that. I am an author.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, Miss Stephanie, we have a pleasant surprise for you. And Ari is going to be reading your book today.
Nice! I love surprises. Okay, let's do it. I'm excited.
All right.
The day my sister gave me the hiccups.
Yes. Okay. It's right there.
Mommy, I have the hiccups. What am I to do? Oh, Sissy, give them to me, please. I want them too. I love the hiccups. They tickle and make me laugh.
Yes.
They travel from my belly up my neck like a big tall giraffe.
Yay!
Great job. Great job. I really
So, what you gonna ask, Mel?
Yeah, one more. All right,
Yes.
Miss Stephanie, please tell everyone where and how we can purchase your books.
Whew, so there are several ways you can purchase my book. I do have a website. It is under construction, but you can still get in there and follow the purchase process. And that's stephanieblassingame.com. And through my website, you can also follow me on all of my social media platforms just by clicking on each of those through the website. But you can also find my books on Amazon. You can find them on Walmart.com. You can find them on BarnesandNoble.com, and you can find them on eBay.com. So those are some places that people like to shop on those.
So, Miss Stephanie, do you have anything to tell any authors that may feel down or anything, or may feel like struggling, like writer's block, maybe?
Oh, I'm gonna tell you, writer's block is a real thing. I'm glad you brought that up because I think how my books have come and how the future books will probably come is just by God dropping them into my spirit because He ordained this and He orchestrated this from the beginning. And so sometimes we can try to force stuff. And I have tried to force stuff with writing, and I can't come up with nothing. I might get a little paragraph or something. And so I think it should just happen organically. For those who are writers in a different type of way, maybe just getting your mojo, as they say, meaning getting somewhere that makes you happy, somewhere where you can be calm and relaxed, and focused. And if you are a writer or think you might be a writer or just kind of dabble around with stuff and think, right, this might be a good book, or you are just very creative with stories, my advice to you is just do it. Just do it. I just did it. And the way I was planning to do it, when I finally started seeking help on how to publish my book, I thought I had to go through this long, crazy process. And the person was like, oh, your book is ready to publish. And I'm like, what? They're like, yeah, you've written it, you've illustrated it, you got a cover for it, let's go. And so you just never know. And then a lot of times when you just do it, things that you were afraid of, they are like, what? That wasn't nothing. I could have been done this. So I say just do it, no matter your age, even if you're, young children. When I go into the elementary schools and read my books, I always ask them, how many of you have written some really cool stories, like for school assignments or just playing around at home? And I challenge them to publish those cool stories that they've written, because everybody pretty much loves to read. And so if you think your story is cool, somebody else is going to think it's cool too. So my advice is just do it.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, so we're getting ready to close out, but there's one thing we got to say. Determination always makes you successful.
And remember, there's always, always, always something to be grateful for.
Peace.
Thank you.
Turn your frown upside down. Don't be blue, we're here for you. It's about that candy, sweater. The Tickle Tickle Mites, yeah. The Tickle Mites, yeah.